Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Molly. I'm the founder, owner, mostly only operator for Lacquer 22, a small nail polish company. But today we're getting rotten. So I bought Blend Bunny Rotten on Black Friday. It was my only Black Friday purchase. All matte palette, gorgeous colors, and I love the like funkiness of all of them together. Today we're gonna use it on camera. I have used it a few times off camera, but making a video, dedicated video about it today. My plan is not to use every shade. I know I've done that in the past. I'm just gonna do like a regular look, which is fine and normal. But that's kind of it. I am not usually one to do my base before my eyes, but I forgot that I was gonna film today, so here we are. So hopefully there's not too much fallout. I am gonna use or try to use shades that I haven't used yet. So TBD on the fallout, we'll find out together. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. Okay, and today, I don't know what it is, but today this shade called Mildew is really calling to me. So I'm gonna start with that on the outer corners. Okay, first impression of this shade specifically, again, it's Mildew. Definitely make sure you're packing it on instead of using like too fluffy of a brush. I accidentally grabbed the black handled brush versus the gray handle, and it was way too loose. I definitely have fallout, and then I also feel like it just didn't apply as well. I did remember my primer in time when I put on my base today, so like everything is still my normal routine, I guess is the word I want. But it seems a little bit patchier on this side, and I'm assuming it's because I had too fluffy of a brush at first. So just something to keep in mind. The color itself is really nice, and I feel like it went on really well on this eye when I did start packing it on. So hopefully that's just a user error. I'm gonna go now in with the shade Asper, which is like this buttery yellow kind of color. And kind of put that, I'm gonna start with it on the inner part of my lid, and then I may pull in another shade, we'll see. I'm gonna use the same brush and just dip into the shade Derma, which is this like limeish kind of green here, which should be a really easy transition going yellow, green, blue. TBD, we'll see. Okay, I use that same green shade to try to blend out the top edges, but I'm gonna go in with another brush and use this shade called Spoil up here. It's more of like an icy blue, and I think that I'm gonna do the same thing going on the outside. I think that's gonna give me more of what I'm hoping for here. So that's a little closer to what I want. I'm gonna go back in with my first brush with the dark blue shade and just kind of redo the outer edges. Now that I've kind of put some other colors on top, I want to go back to where it was at the beginning. Okay, so that's a little bit closer to what I was wanting. I'm gonna go in again with that same brush, and I think I'm just gonna dip back and forth between these two. It's a dark brown and a black, if an almost black maybe, I don't know. Ulo and Humid, and I'm just gonna use those to deepen the outer corner. I don't understand what is going on this eye to make it so different, but I don't appreciate it. Again, I used my primer like I always do. I set it like I always do. And these two sides are just acting much differently than I would like for them to, but don't always have a say. I'm gonna go back in with the green shade a little bit and try to diffuse the blue to green line just before I put some shimmers on. so it's not as stark. All right, I just put on some glitter glue. This is the NYX glitter glue. If you remember my trial with the Unearthly one, I ended up throwing that away probably halfway through it because it just was not working how I wanted it to, and it was making everything crease on me. My shimmers are gonna be the Noctilucent palette, and I'm kind of just gonna dip back and forth between all three on the bottom row here. It's like a gold green and then like a purplish bluish one. If you watched one of my recent videos, I mentioned that I did not pick up the Effervescence palette from Blend Bunny in May from the same collab the Rotten palette was part of. And that's just because I feel like Noctilucent does the same job. It just is marketed a little bit differently. It's supposed to be highlighters, not eyeshadows, and then Effervescence is eyeshadows. However, I haven't hit pan in any 6 of these shades, and I use it often, so there was no need for me to buy the new palette. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with Rotten and just kind of redo my outer lids again, just to make sure that they're the depth that I want. And then I'm gonna clean up my lower lashes because I obviously have a crazy amount of fallout there. And then I'm gonna put on my fake lashes and then I'll be back. See you soon. I wasn't able to blow dry my hair this morning, and this little straight-ish piece is killing me. Okay, this is the final look. Everything is always so much better with lashes and no fallout on your face. The colors that I've used previously, these 3 here, I did a look that's like very 2016 modern renaissance. I've used this one and it was like, it didn't quite show up on me. And then I think I might have used this one, but I don't remember fully. And then the ones that I've used today. Definitely make sure you are packing the color on instead of like just swiping, especially if you're around my skin tone and you're using any of the lighter shades. The packing definitely helps, and I can definitely notice a difference with that. And then with the deeper shades, again, it was weird on both eyes being different this time. I don't know what that's about, so I'm not really gonna comment on it. I really love the color story of this, and I think the like not having a grid or like the trios, the blend trios that Blend Bunny usually does, it not being organized by color, I think is really fun for this theming specifically. I don't know, that's kind of all I have. I love Blend Bunny. I will continue to love Blend Bunny, and this is just such a fun color story as well. I just really like it. I am a fan of shimmers though, so pulling in the Noctilucent is kind of a have to for me, but that's fine. That's not an issue at all. But that's kind of all I've got. I'm thinking I want to play with like the gray a little bit next. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Anyways, that's all I have for you today. If you are watching this at the time of it going up, there's still going to be a sale at lacquer22.com until this Saturday after this video gets uploaded, February 7th. That sounds right. It's 40% off of our Valentine's Day shade, so if you're interested, go check that out. But other than that, I will see you guys next time. Bye.